Mr. Gonzales, how did you find out about us?
Actually, I was driving down the road and I saw one of your vehicles from your company, and what struck my eye was how clean and how new it looked. And my first impression pretty much made me decide to call Unique.
Okay. Prior to that, have you had any information about us? You ever hear of us before?
I had heard of you before through other resources, and always highly recommended, and always good feedback.
I got you. And you're a designer, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, what do you do totally?
I do interior design,
Okay.
so mostly it's interiors, but a lot of what I focus on is traditional interiors. And with that, whenever I do a renovation, central air is part of the renovation.
So when our comfort specialist came over to take and do the analysis on your project, how did you feel about their performance?
It was interesting because I didn't really know that much about central air. I did spec it on previous projects, but I really never got involved in the detail aspects of it. Because this was my home, of course, I took the time to really research and learn more about the central unit. And I was really surprised at how much goes into evaluating what kind of a system is needed for a particular space. In regards to the installation went incredibly, and the smoothest installation I think I've ever seen or ever been part of. The crew was spotless. They were on time. It was like they weren't even here. And I got to tell you, the end result, I'm so happy with.
All right, that's what we strive for. In your particular application, a little unusual because you had one portion of your building or your apartment that was already completed, so we had to work on that one. And then the other part that was total rehab, basically. So there was a little bit of a little bit more disorder in the unfinished part, obviously. So we had to be very careful, so we didn't take and taint the finished part.
Right.
So we were saying that we did a good job in keeping things clean.
Exactly. When we did the installation on the finished space first, and that went without a glitch. And the guys were very professional. And I noticed they paid extra attention and extra care with the structure itself. I have a plaster ceiling that's a floating ceiling, which is very delicate. And other than a couple little bumps and dents, the whole project, which turned out to be 4,000 square feet of crawl space that these guys were in.
End result, now that the system's in and operational, how do you feel about it?
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. It's amazing how much it disappears. You don't even know it's here. But it's also, what's more amazing is how comfortable the apartment is now. Prior to doing the central unit, I had a window unit in each room. One, it obstructed the views, which when you live downtown, that's what you want to take advantage of. So it actually opened up the space even more, and the quietness of the unit. You can't even tell it's on. It was probably one of the best investments of the renovation.